never forget it. Yeah. Okay, Steve.
Okay.
All the best. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Before someone else starts, before somebody else starts, can we give the floor to Daniel? Because Daniel has come out between meetings, if nobody minds that. Go ahead, Daniel.
Thank you so much, Naresh. Hello, Professor Tsai. So nice to see you. Happy birthday. So nice to see this large group. I feel very honored to be part of this very selected group of people that get together today to celebrate your birthday. Although we are from very different parts of the globe, I mean, we can see people from so many different countries, but we all share in common the fact that we have the privilege of being friends of you. And we all consider you the legend of composite materials. And what I'd like to say is that what I have learned from you goes much beyond knowledge in composite materials, although I have learned a lot from you in composites. But for me, you are a great example of a caring husband, a caring father, a very hardworking person, and above all, a very generous person, always ready to help whoever is in need. So I cannot say much more than that, but I have to thank you so much for everything that you have done for us and for so many people. And I want to wish you a very, very happy birthday and many more years to come to celebrate your life. And I hope we get together here next year to do the same celebration. Thank you so much. Very happy birthday.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Daniel. We had our share of fun working together. Yes. And again, I'd like to thank you for your continuous support all these years, and that's still going on as we speak. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And thank you, Naresh. As Naresh mentioned, I'm in between meetings, but I'm so happy to be part of this meeting now. So nice to see such good friends. Thank you.
Thank you.
So, well, maybe I can say something. This is a Henry Yang from Santa Barbara. Hi. So George, I just want to. I see George there. George, nice to see you. So seeing my good friends here, and Steve, I just wanted to wish you happy birthday. And recently, I was on a committee for the judging for the selection of Queen Elizabeth Prize for engineering, and I heard a story that the Queen says she is, she's 3 years older than you. She's still working as hard as you do. So you both are working hard, and they said she felt that the reason her mind is still so healthy, her body is still healthy, is because of working. And people younger than her already had Alzheimer's disease, but not her, because she's still working. So, so Steve, keep working, and we will celebrate your birthday every year for the many decades to come. Congratulations for your birthday.
Well, thank you so much. We remember all the years when you were at Purdue and you used to come to Wright-Patterson and drive there, and you would do your business, and your family will be waiting for you in the car, and all these years. And then Maria, who was at Stanford at the time, and we have so many happy memories of
yes,
you.
Yes, I remember in 1976, you gave me the first research grant at Purdue, and then you come to visit. That was the only grantor to come to see me on the Air Force Sabre jet.
Yes, yes, I remember that occasion. Thank you so much. All the best.
Professor Tsai, if I may, this is Antonio from Portugal. So
Yes.
first of all, congratulations and for your birthday, and I hope also to commemorate for many years to come. And I also would like to thank you for all the help and effort that you have made to our group and also to the composite as a whole. So thank you very much for everything. I'm sorry, but I have to leave also in a few minutes for another meeting. And thank you and congratulations and all the best.
Thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate it. And you people have done such a wonderful job. And Albertino is just a rising star. There's no
Yes,
question.
that's right. I agree with you.
Absolutely.
I think he's joining also us at the moment.
Yes. Thank you, Professor Toshmak, Professor Tsai. So happy birthday, Professor Tsai. Thank you for everything, for all the opportunities that you have provided to grow, not only as engineer but also as a person. So wish you a happy birthday, and hope to celebrate in the years to come, as was shared by the others joining here the meeting. Thank you.
Thank you, and congratulations for your second child.
Yes.
All parents of a daughter and a son. So that is wonderful for you and your wife. All the best.
Yes. Thank you.
I'd like to say a few words for Steve. Hi, Steve. So, I'm not the oldest because George, of course, was, but between me and Jocelyn, I don't know which one is the one who know you before this long time. Anyway, I remember all the long stories we had together, starting, of course, from Dayton, but to Paris, to Hawaii recently, and so on. So we had such a great time together, and the Tsai family and the Massad family are almost just one family, and we are so happy to know you, to know Iris, to know your kids and your grandson, grandchildren, and you're a fantastic family, and they all owe you something, because without you this family wouldn't be the same, and I'm speaking also for my family too. Like Seb is a godchild of your son Minghao, and so on. So we had such a great time together. We did some good work, but we also had some good food together, and that will always stay in my mind, in our memory, or our common memory together. Anyway, Steve, happy New Year, happy birthday. Happy New Year is a little too early. And hope we'll see you soon. We have to go back to Hawaii sometime to meet you with Pascal.
Please
I
do.
have to bring Pascal to take the long trip and come to see you, and Iris, of course.
Thank you so much.
Happy birthday.
Okay, thank you so much for all the years of wonderful memories from all the different locations, and I have to say briefly, one case, when I was in Paris, I stayed with Thierry. Then on one occasion, one of the persons came and made a proposition to me, and with Thierry also. And this guy says he has a contact with the people in Tehran, and they needed some parts, replacement parts for their airplanes. And that is the naval airplanes that they had at the time. So they say all we have to do is to bring some bring some spare parts. But the only trouble is we have to deliver them to the Tehran airport, then they will pay us. So, well, at the end, of course, we say it couldn't be serious. But nevertheless, I remember the occasion. We almost try to get rich selling spare parts to the Tehran government, the Iranian government, and in support of their F-14 airplanes. So,
you know, Steve, this guy was the neighbor of my mother's apartment, and he suddenly disappeared. So I think maybe you talk a little too much to CIA, because this guy just suddenly disappeared.
no kidding.
Nobody knew where he was. It's
No
incredible.
kidding.
Yeah. He was a very strange guy.
He must have gone to Tehran airport.
Probably yes, with the spare parts.
Okay. Thank you very much. All the best. All the
Thank you,
best.
Steve.
I like to say something. All of us benefited from Steve's friendship, which is wonderful. And I really wish him many, many healthy years. But I think we should mention Iris here, because Iris was very important, taking good care of Steve and his shenanigans. So please tell Iris that we think of her and hopefully she's feeling well.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a very fair thought. Thank you so much. We'll certainly tell her that.
Maybe I'll add a word on that. So fully agree. And so I've had the honor and privilege of being one of your students, Steve. And so now it's 30 plus years later, so it's still such an exceptional and wonderful memory. And not only did I get a thesis from you, but so I got to learn, well, to know the whole group of professors, so including Professor Sprenger, and also as an Iris and your family. So it was such a wonderful experience, you know, that I couldn't even envision as a European student. You know, now in Europe, you just have your professional relationship with your advisor, and that's it. So there's no social part to it, and so in your case, so it was completely different. And that is a long-lasting memory. So, and also through you, so I got introduced to Thierry and Pascal, and so it was also so wonderful. Got to do plenty of things. And also I learned a lot of things from you besides the composite materials thing, as George mentioned about the modesty. So indeed, I'm still getting upset when I hear so many people, when they present some results I found, I have come up with. It's we. You are never alone. So that was one of the things you just, at the corner of the table, you explained that to me in the very first days, and no, I took it to heart, and I've always applied it, and I think it's very important. So, and then also a mix of technical life and social life. I remember when you were coming back from trips, if there were too many visitors, say in your office, then of course that day, you said at some point, okay, how about continuing this discussion quietly at home tonight? So come at 9 and I'll have a bottle of wine open. So it was, and indeed we worked very hard, but the atmosphere of it was so exceptional, and that makes all those so long-lasting memories. So, and I could tell many more of those. So for all that, thank you so much, and so it has been so wonderful. Wishing you a very happy birthday and many more to come.
Well, thank you so much. The feeling is mutual. We had so much fun, and we did a lot of work. In fact, some of the work even we do today trace back to the original ideas in papers and so forth. Not only your thesis, beyond your thesis, some of the optimizations. How do we put laminates together? And we had a wonderful time. And also, I had a wonderful privileged to meeting your parents, and they're such wonderful people. And
Thank you.
they took care of you, took care of me, and it's such a pleasure meeting them on so many occasions. They are really wonderful people, and the best set of parents you can ever ask for. And we miss them very, very much. But we had such a fond memory of them. And so thank you again.
Well, thank you. So on their behalf, thank you also. So I cannot testify that no. So you and Iris family provided a lot of very good memories for them as well. So it was,
Okay.
so.
Thank you. Thank you.
Can I say, I think that Aniello is in a car. So
Yes.
yeah. Why don't you go ahead? I don't want.
Yeah. Hi, Steve. And I wish you a very happy birthday. And I would like to thank you for all the opportunities that we had together in these last years to know much more about composite, but also to have fun with this double. And I think that in the next future we will have a lot of work to do, especially with the industry to let them know that this kind of approach can be successful if it is done well. So so I wish you again a very happy birthday, and I would like to have the opportunity to continue to work with you and in the next years as we did in the last 3 or 4 years. Okay.
Well, thank you so much. Again, and thank you for your contribution in the NASA training program. And I mentioned that earlier. I sent you a copy of what the NASA people are releasing, which to me is incredible to endorse double, and I think that we should expect to be able to work with them, and you and Francesco will play a very important role in getting that technology transferred. So we thank you for your contribution, and we look forward to some very interesting weeks and months that we can expect. Thank you so much.
Thank you to you for the opportunities. Wish again happy birthday.
Thank you. Thank you.
So we have Francesco Araki from who is, I think, from Brazil. You are muted. Yeah.
Yeah.
First of all,
hi. How are you?
Hi, Steve. How are you? I would like to thank for everything, for good months we have together. It's a long time. It's a good day. It's a wonderful day to be here with your friends, with your family. And I would like to desirable happy birthday for you. And thanks so much for everything you did along the time. Thanks so much. Have a nice day.
Good. Thank you so much.
And it's for Iris.
Thank you. And to your family and your daughters and your grandchildren. And so we're very happy that through your help, we're able to visit Brazil many times. And
yes.
And that turned out to be a very wonderful experience for all of us, and including a person, Wataru. Wataru, he was from the Japanese NASA, and he came down with me one day, talk about the moisture absorption, and that he followed George's work on the moisture absorption. He had a program, and to capture the transient boundary conditions, and that was the key, because you never have a steady state condition. It's easy to solve the steady state conditions, and George was the first one that solved the transient conditions. So Wataru did that a beautiful job, and he was with me, and thanks to you, and he was in Brazil, and we still talked about it. And now it turned out this week, our granddaughter who's in Tokyo got sick and then had to go to the hospital. But in the Japanese hospital, at least the one that she was in, the food was just terrible. And so we needed someone to bring some food to her. And then Wataru was the person whom I call, and then he was very happy to do it. It turned out he lived very close to the hospital, so he brought food to our granddaughter. And so that reminded me that we have friends that we can trust, that can when we need help. And Wataru was just another example of it. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Steve.
I think Jocelyn, you are on, and after that, Francesco.
Okay, I'm happy to say a few comments. So, I mean, I was so fortunate to have Steve Tsai as my very first boss after I finished college. And from the very first day, you know, we had big plans. He says, well, we'll write a paper every month and we'll go international. You can decide which part of the world you want to go with me. And we were always meeting interesting people in the hallways that he had brought into the laboratory. So it was an international research lab in the Air Force, United States Air Force. And, you know, it was an international collaboration way before, you know, the modern day, before globalization and everything else. And Steve just finds talent and puts it together. And it was an amazing impression of how that works. And as everyone has mentioned, the idea of working, we're, you know, white collared people, we enjoy our work. And then that trails over into our social, these are the people we like and we socialize with, and the friendships that we have, professional relationships are so lovely. And the other big element is the family. So same like Henry had his family in the car. When I visited Steve the first time for an interview, I think I drove from Boston to Dayton with my brother on the way home to Chicago. And he was in the car and he's like, well, how did you get here? And I'm like, well, my brother is sitting in the car waiting for me. And he's like, oh, bring him in, bring him in. And sure enough, then my brother got a job in the same Air Force laboratory. And, you know, my parents follow everything about the Tsai family and are always telling me about the latest Ming show. And it's really nice how our families are all connected. And then knowing, you know, also Steve's sons, but even, you know, his grandchildren and everyone else, it is just a wonderful richness in life, so that even after all your professional work, I'm quasi-retired, but it's pretty fun to still keep up with Steve Tsai's double activities. You know, it is amazing. It can have such profound impact, which it really seems. Everything that Steve has been saying, that, gosh, you know, let's bring some innovation here. It could be very dramatic. So it's such a pleasure. And also, you know, I say just for a few minutes every year to get together like this is a real treat as well. So, you know, why wait? We don't have to wait to 100. I think we can just keep having a party every day for a little while. And I'm sure you probably have to have calls with your family and all that. And I'm sorry to hear about your granddaughter, but it's not a bad day. 24 hours for your holiday. I think we can socialize this time. Thank you.
Yeah, she'll be okay. She'll be okay. But she'll be quarantined for another week. And but these things happen. But thank heavens we have a Wataru there, and they were able to do that. And it was interesting. Wataru was a very nice person. His wife, Makiko, is a piano teacher, Wataru was a visiting scientist with us from JAXA to Stanford. So his wife couldn't get a job, but she was volunteering at the School of Music at Stanford. So she was so reliable. She would go up there because they always need piano accompanists for the violin, for the singers, for many of the instruments. And you need a piano to accompany. And then she would go there just like a paid employee every day on time, 8 hours a day. And they appreciate, they say they have never seen anybody who's so dedicated to the job while not being paid at all. And so that's all of the wonderful people will get to meet. And the Makiko, it turns out that she was instrumental in helping Lauren to get some food. And as we speak, in fact, yesterday was the first time they went. Yeah, so we're very, very lucky to have people like you and like many others who will do that. And
one of the important things that I learned was, and which has helped me to rear my children, is that Steve talks about international travel is an opportunity for problem solving. And then when you think of it, you're always going to have issues. And then it's how do you break it down and address those issues. But some other qualities, what you just described, what she's doing, working like that, I think that's a lot of discipline, but I think that's also really good priorities, right? It's a priority to her, so it doesn't really matter. She just goes because she thinks it's, a great thing. And clearly it is. Making music and art is really very.
Right. In fact, after she returned to Tokyo, I had another person through Composites who was stationed in the US Embassy in Tokyo. So I asked this person to tell the staff at the embassy that if they want to learn how to play piano, there's a piano teacher who can speak English. And because of that, Makiko was able to have some students from the embassy community in Tokyo. And so all these little things are connected and make life really interesting.
So I wanted to say something, Steve. Again, a very, very happy birthday to you, and to Ma'am Iris, and hope she's doing well. Laura wanted to say something too.
Yes.
You want to say something?
No.
She's feeling shy. She's feeling shy.
I just want to wish you a very happy birthday.
Oh,
I remember 3 years back when we were in Palo Alto together.
yes.
I think so many things has happened in this world since then. And
Yes.
it's nice to see you always young and happy and enthusiastic about life.
Yes.
You are an example for all of us, really.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So I want to say something to you today about double, what we are planning on doing. So we are actually about to start the work on sailplane for the Italian national aerobatic team. And we are developing a sailplane for them. And it will be completely made in double. So we are right now working on it, and then we'll be doing the design work and analysis. And once it is at a point where it'll be made, we'll use our technology, make it, and we'll invite you for the unveiling of that airplane.
Oh, okay.
And the second thing is, I don't know whether Thierry shared this thing with anyone. He's become a big shot just 2 days back. So why don't you unveil that? Yeah, it's a big thing.
When you are a retiree, you need to get some fun. So I got a few fun. Of course, first is to work with Steve, but also I'm working with Irvine UCI on fusion reactor, and the last one is on project analysis for a French pole of competitivity, which is a strange thing in France where industry can get projects subsidies. So I am working with them too. So retiring is a good thing. You can do many things you want, and like Steve is doing for so many years, and I'm enjoying my job and my life. Thank you for mentioning narration.
Yeah, that's really wonderful. In fact, I got that advice when I was in Dayton, Ohio, and that was Steve Donaldson, and that Jocelyn knows, and you know too. Steve Donaldson's wife, Liz Donaldson's father, who was retiring. And then he told me, gave me advice, say, don't you ever retire. Say, when you retire, you should continue to work. He said, that's the best thing for you. And he was absolutely right, because when you retire, you just don't sit on a rocking chair and rot. And you have to work, And then, in fact, there are so many advantages that you can work, that you have complete freedom, and you don't have to go to committees. You can work with people that you find it easy to do. You don't have to do the paperwork. You don't have to go to meetings, and you just do the work that you want and the work you enjoy. And that's what I've been doing, and that I assume that Thierry, you are too doing just that. And it's such a wonderful feeling of freedom, a choice of accomplishment, and all these things. You can keep all the good things about your professional life, but very little of the burden that goes with it. So you have the best of both worlds, and so I would absolutely think that is the way to go as one approaches your old age.
I fully agree and follow your advice, Steve. Good. I have to go, Steve. Thank you again.
Okay.
Bye-bye, Steve. Bye-bye to Iris. Love to all you.
Thank you so much.
And happy birthday. Blow all your candles. There are many candles to blow.
Yeah. Well,
Good
thank
job.
you for all of you. Thank you for all of you, Naresh in particular, to keep this up, and we really appreciate it. Yeah.
So Steve, another thing that Jocelyn is coming to visit us.
Yes, I understood that. Yeah, that's what.
And she is going to take back some coupons from me.
Oh, great. That's fantastic.
Some lightweight coupons.
Yeah. Right. And Laura, thank you so much. We enjoyed meeting you 3 years ago, and we enjoyed the gift, the leather pouch that you gave us, and I'm using it. It's right here next to me, and so
you should come and you should visit us, Steve.
Well, traveling, unfortunately, is a problem. Not so much for me, for Iris. Iris is a problem because she needs my attention. And it's hard for me to leave. That's really the reason. Otherwise she's fine, but then you need someone here so hopefully you people can come here on one of these days.
Yeah, we'll look forward to that.
Yes. Okay. Well, thanks again for all of you, and
thank you. Have a wonderful day.
Okay, we will. Thank you.
Thanks.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Yeah.
Steve.
Bye.
Birthday. Bye. Have a nice day for all.
Great to see everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay, bye.
Okay.
Bye.